Hi there, it's Martha, and today is Friday, which means I have a Friday favorites video for you. And in this video, I like to share something wax related, but then other things that are just favorites of mine. And in turn, I'd love for you to share some of your favorites with me. In the past, you've shared some teas, some books, board games, all kinds of things. So I really, really love hearing what you're loving, and I'm going to share with you some of the things that are fun for me right now. Also, because Mother's Day is next month, I figured this would be a good time to share some things that might be good gifts, maybe, or whether it's birthdays. I mean, I know that not everyone is a mom or has their mothers around anymore, but if you've received any wonderful gifts from people, that might be a great thing to share as well. So thank you so much, and let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with the Dragonfly Way Warmer. This is a warmer that I got back in January, and I can put a link of that video if you want to see that. I got I think the Aziza warmer in that one too, and another one. But anyway, Aqua Glow. But the Dragonfly Way Warmer, I just love that warmer so much. It's a great performer. It's fantastic. And I just recently saw a video, and so I'll give her a shout out, Melanie. She's here on YouTube, but I think on Instagram, she's known as the Candle Stylist, I think. But I'll link her video down below. And in that video, she showcased the Dragonfly Way Warmer with different colored bulbs. So she used all of them, I think, blue, green, purple, orange, red, all of them. And just to see how a colored bulb transforms your warmer. I've only used clear in all my warmers, only the clear bulb that comes with the warmer. And now I'm going to get myself some colored bulbs, especially for this warmer, because it's just so beautiful. I loved it in blue. The green and the purple, I think, were my favorite. So just also a favorite is colored bulbs. I think they would be really, really fun to have and can really change the look and feel of your warmer. So I know you probably all know this, but I'm still kind of new. So all this stuff is kind of new to me. So thought I would share that and her video below. All right. So that's the warmer. And now this is where I might be a little rambly, but I'm going to try to keep it flowing. In the Mother's Day video collection, it was a spring haul I just recently did. During the outtakes, I had this song in my head, and I called it It's an Earworm, right? Where the song does not go away. And it is from the fictional album called Aurora by the fictional band called Daisy Jones and the Six. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, the actual song that was stuck in my head is a favorite. I've listened to it over and over. And there's that motorcycle. Every time I'm filming, motorcycle goes by. I think it's called Let Me Down Easy is the song. The album is called Aurora, and the other one single is... I'm Max. Thanks for showing up. Kick it. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, Max. So that was Spotify, has an AI DJ. His name is Max, and every time I turn on Spotify, he's ready to give me a playlist. Anyway. Back to Aurora. So much for me being concise. Back to Daisy Jones and the Six. So Let Me Down Easy is a song that is just stuck in my head over and over again. And then the other one is Look at Us Now. But actually, I really I think Regret Me. There's a lot of great songs. Or The River. A lot of great songs on this fictional album. And here's the and. If you are not familiar with Daisy Jones and the Six, I'll give you a quick recap. So a little bit about the book. The book is about Daisy Jones and the Six, which is a rock band inspired by. So if you read the author's note at the end of the book, and she was a big fan of Fleetwood Mac. This book takes place in that same time period. I mean, you have two women in this band. One's a keyboardist, like Christy McVie. The other one's a singer, which is Daisy Jones, kind of is that Stevie Nicks, but it's a fantastic book if you haven't read it. And if you especially if you kind of a fan of music or Fleetwood Mac or anything like that, you will even appreciate it even more. And if you're not, I think you'd still really enjoy it. But it's all about this rock band that just skyrocketed, on the charts, big hits, selling out tours, stadiums, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And it was like, well, what happened? So this book is interviewing the band members, I think, I don't know, 20 years later or 10 years later. And the interview is basically wanting to know what happened. So you follow the band from the beginning, kind of the starts, Daisy Jones and then the Dunn brothers, and then how they meet, and that story of Daisy Jones and the Six. So I really love that book, if you can't tell, and I'm really enjoying the Amazon Prime video of it, the miniseries. And I believe it's all complete. So if you want to binge watch that, you can. So that is the Daisy Jones and the Six. The other book I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. I was like, maybe I'll save it for another one, but I'm on a book tangent right now. Hopefully I haven't lost you. Is a book that also came out probably in 2018. So it might've been the same year. And it's called Giver of Stars from Jojo Moyes. And very different book than what she's typically known for. I read this book and just love it. Like it was 5 years ago, and I still sometimes think about these characters in this book. And this book is, really quickly, it is set in small Kentucky in the Depression era. So this is also a little historical Depression era America. And the novel details the lives of 5 women who become traveling librarians, delivering books to the people of Kentucky. And the story follows Alice Wright, who's a British woman who marries a man from Kentucky. He brings her to the United States, and she's excited, thinking she's coming to America, and wow, and new discovery. No, not at all what she was expecting. She lives in a small town. Her husband is not really great. Her father-in-law is even worse. So she's very unhappy in this small town. And she joins a group of traveling librarians. And so what I loved about this book was, one, I never knew about the pack librarians. Like, that was a part of history that I was just not aware of. This was during the Depression era. Eleanor Roosevelt was a huge proponent of this. One, getting people to work, but two, she was such a strong proponent of literacy and books and the importance of books. And so they had these pack librarians. And if you think about it, there are women on mule riding through the mountains and, just out in nowhere, delivering books to people, especially children's books. And so really loved the story, but mostly what I loved the story was these characters were super compelling. I loved the character of Marjorie O'Hare. All of these women were considered kind of outsiders because they should be home, tending to their husbands, or they should be married. But they were these pack of 5 women who were delivering books. And if you think about it, going through mountains on your own, they had pistols in case, they were running into danger or dangerous men, through the rain, mud, and just love that book and love the characters of this, and just how these outsiders, I'll call them, kind of rebelled against society. And anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it, but really, really like this book, Giver of Stars. Another book that takes place in the same time period is the Troublesome, the Bookwoman, I should have looked this one up. The Troublesome Creek, the Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. Also written around the same time, but totally different story, because that was about, or had a character in it who is blue. I guess there's blue people in kind of Virginia, Appalachian area, which I also didn't know that blue people, and I looked that up. So I start going down the rabbit hole, that blue skin comes from low oxygen in the blood. So anyway, also a book, if you enjoy The Giver of Stars, you might like The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek as well. Different story, but just kind of in the same era, and she was also a pack librarian. So those are my 2 books, or my 3 books technically, that I wanted to share. So let's move on to something else. Let's move on some giftables, I think. So I'm going to cover some of this a little bit just because they're old, but these are some slippers and they're called Snoozies. And I wear these all the time. My mother-in-law actually gave me these. And if you can see here, they're about books. So I think it says like so many books, so little time on this other foot. And so Snoozies, I know they're available on Amazon, but I just thought this might be a cute gift. My mother-in-law actually gave me these, and then she gave my daughters their own slippers. And what I love about these slippers is they really cater to, or you can find something that is perfect for that special someone. So I'm sure you can get them other places, because the ones she got us, I don't see on Amazon. But I know my youngest is a night owl, so she found slippers with an owl on it, like a night owl. I forgot what she got my oldest one, but they're just perfect for them, right? And I just love it if you can personalize something. So there's a few that are like wine for wine drinkers, a few for if you have cats or a dog, or maybe you travel a lot, out camping, things like that. So anyway, I really do enjoy these. They're called Snoozies, and they're comfortable and they're soft, and they kind of, I mean, they feel like slippers, and I can just wash them and do whatever. So I've had those for a couple of years now. So I didn't want to, you don't necessarily want to see my slippers, but I did want to mention the Snoozies. So that was really fun. Okay. And then let's move on to another thing here. If the person in your life, something that I've appreciated, I love subscriptions. And so Scentbird is one. So they come in, they're basically, I don't know if you can see that, they're basically travel sized fragrances. I currently am no longer subscribing to them, only because this is like not even half of what I have. And obviously I've been collecting way too many, but I do love perfume. I do love fragrances. And this is a great way to test out different fragrances, especially if you don't know what you like. So this is what they look like now. They just recently changed the bottle. So I kind of have half this and half the other. This one is Let's Be Real, Confessions of a Rebel. I like this one. I'll spray some on. Yeah, that one's good. So it's fun to be able to choose like what you want to come in your next month's subscription. I just got perfume in my mouth. But I've collected. I've got quite a few. What is this one? Dime Malibu Night. I think this was in the last one I just got. I can't get through these fast enough, which is why I've basically put a pause on it. But I do enjoy kind of discovering new fragrances and scents, or even when I started this, was really trying to figure out what is it that I like. I've mentioned a couple times that I went through a perfume rabbit hole. And so, yeah, I don't even know what's in some of these, so I definitely need to be using them up. But they are a great travel size. They do not come with this case. They only come like this, but you can buy these cases if you like. Personally, I like the old cases better. These look more sophisticated. But yeah, it's just like in pieces. I don't know. It's in pieces. So yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, it's easy. They just snap back in, like they're magnetized basically, and they look pretty, and they have a stop like there, like you could turn it on and off so that if it's in your purse, it won't spray everywhere, but it could easily move. Anyway, that is Scentbird. So for your perfume lovers, or maybe someone getting into perfumes, that might be a fun gift idea. And then I should have gone to this before perfume because it's book related. Kind of went off here. Book of the month. So book of the month, I have been a subscriber of Book of the Month for, I cannot remember how long, but my daughter really wanted a subscription for her birthday a few years back, and she's loved it ever since. So every beginning of the month, she'll text me and say, "Hey mom, I'm picking this book. What are you picking?" So that we don't pick the same book. So we can trade off, especially if we both want, if we both like a few books that are selections for that month. So it's kind of our little thing that we text each other about books, but I have a couple I've not opened yet. So I need to get reading, maybe a little less YouTube and a little more reading. So I've really been enjoying that. So if you do have a book lover, Book of the Month, I think, is a great subscription. I think you get at least 5 books to choose from, and you can skip. And because I'm building, I'm building a little collection here that I haven't even opened, you can skip, and it's fine. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not like you miss out on anything. And then on your birthday month, you get an extra free book. And I will put the prices below, but I'm not sure if they've raised their prices, but it's like close to $15, I think, like $14.99 for a hardback book, which is a great price for hardback books. Oh, look at this. I just opened one. I figured I'd open one since I haven't opened it. And I was talking about Jojo Moyes' The Giver of Stars. I got her new book. Haven't read it yet, but this is Someone Else's Shoes. So we'll see. I'll get to that pretty soon. But yeah, I get to pick out what books I want, or I can decide to skip. And that is also a fun gift idea, potentially. Okay, now we're going to move on to just random little things here that are not gift ideas, but they make my life easier. I don't paint my nails very often. I just don't, because I don't have the patience to wait for them to dry. And I'm always doing something with my hands, whether it's laundry, dishes, stamping. I make cards and things like that. And so I'm always doing something with my hands. And so I don't have the patience to let my nails dry. But I did find something, and this is also years ago, so I should have the patience to do it because I have this little magic thing. This is called Seche Vita, I think, Vite. I will put the links to all of these. And if for things that I do have a referral code, I'll mention it because I think Book of the Month, I may have a referral code for it. So I just want to be transparent. Use it, don't use it. It doesn't matter to me, but I just want to be very transparent that I'm not talking about it to get anything. I'm just talking about it because I really do like it. So this is Seche Vita. And this is I guess like a top coat or like a nail. Yeah, it's a top coat basically. But it dries my nails in, I'm talking a minute. Like I can touch, I literally did these right before I started filming, and I'm touching them. It's fantastic. I will say it's got a very strong, I don't even want to call it scent because scent makes it sound like it's something good. It smells like, when you use this, it smells like you're in a nail polish, like getting a manicure, or it's a very strong odor. I think everyone in your house would know that you were painting your nails, but it works. If you have other suggestions of, because I know a lot of you do your nails, and but if you have other suggestions, let me know in the comments. But this has really worked for me. I've repurchased this at least 3 times. And again, I don't paint my nails often, but this was a game changer for me, for at least painting my nails every once in a while, because otherwise, chip, I don't know. Otherwise, things I would scratch, leave marks in them. There'd be imprints in it. And I would just get so mad. So that is that. And then last but not least, I just added this in here because if you can see, I'm wearing earrings. I don't always have earrings on. And that's because my ear, I get allergic reaction to anything that's not gold. So basically my entire life I've had to wear gold earrings of some kind. And it's kind of a bummer because there's so much cute earrings that people have, or you see when you're shopping at Target or wherever, and I just can't wear them. It just, my ear gets super red and itchy. And what helps every once in a while when I do buy earrings that are not gold is using hydrocortisone. So this happens to be from Aveeno. Sorry, Aviva. Aveeno. But I've used Cordate, I think, in the past as well. But anyway, this helps me wear other earrings for just a little while, and my ear can tolerate it. I think it might be that a lot of costume jewelry uses nickel. I think that's what it is. And so I've been looking for nickel-free earrings as well. But in the meantime, this helps for at least a few hours because I do enjoy wearing earrings, but I can't. It bothers me a lot. So anyway, we're going to end on a random hydrocortisone, but that is it for my favorites. I hope you enjoy this. And again, please share some of your favorites. I really would love to hear what they are. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. I should not have eaten that gummy. What was I thinking? My throat hurts. Why am I making a video on the day that my throat hurts? My throat hurts. My throat hurts. Because it's Sunday and it's the only day I'm going to have time to do it. Oh, it kind of hurts, but it feels good too. I am screwing this up. Here's a favorite. Peach rings. I love these. They're so good. They take forever to chew though. That was smart. It's delicious. Let's try this. 3 times a charm. Yes.